Hi guys, so I had trouble with my car with the brakes, the handbrakes, and no, the handbrake. This wheel was warming up, and my jack up wouldn't turn. So that was the handbrake, but it was actually the piston. It doesn't look too bad now, but the piston was stuck. Where you see that there, it was literally welded on. So I done a job yesterday and put some WD-40, which made it release and actually work. So yeah, the wheel wasn't warming up enough to stick, to get blocked. It was just wearing the pads, which is not good. And I'll show you. If you pull the handbrake up, the wheel should be stopping just like that, and when you pull the handbrake down, the wheel should be turning, which it wasn't happening before. Initially I thought one of this cable on this side, on the driver's side, on the handbrake was a bit kinked, and it was actually going along a bit further than the other one. So that was the cable. So I replaced the cable, had a job doing that. Damaged the pipe and everything, but doesn't matter. Show you later. Anyway, replace the cable to make a difference. Release this bolt in here on a piston, just a tiny bit, not too much. Try to clean it. It's not a very good position when you haven't got anything to jack off, and will make a difference. Actually, at some point it made it worse. I even changed the spring. So the last time I was trying it, I put a cable on and I was trying it. I was just worse. So decided I get a new piston. Must be the piston, and it was the piston. So basically got himself welded in there, and the seal had a tiny kink in it. So that's what made it. Like that. So when you go along, you hear like a humming noise. Like when I don't know if you had like a wheel bearing going, and you can hear a humming noise on different surfaces on a different type of tarmac. But this was at some point it was loud enough to annoy me. If you know what I mean. So so I said, well, something's not right, and yeah, so I got myself a new caliper and fitted on, and seems to work alright. It needs a few days until it adjusts itself. So yeah, I managed to bleed the brakes on my own, which is not easy, but I'll show you later. I will make a video with what I bleeded and all that. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do anything with this. Could do with being cleaned and reused, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't think I'm the man for the job. I got some brake cleaners coming, cleaning stuff coming, so I will clean this and everything, and yeah. I think I'll just leave it like that. I got some stuff coming as well as I got a new seal coming, because I thought I could fix the piston, but yesterday luckily I ordered a new piston and I got this off and it wouldn't budge, it wouldn't do anything. It's actually white in here, because this is aluminium case. It's like wire welding, which is happening with aluminium when it gets corroded. But at first glance doesn't look too bad, but here you see where the water come in. It's all rusty. That's water ingress from the kink in there. So about a few months back I'm not saying it's happened from there, but a few months back, it's the piston on the other side gone, and it's happened the same thing, but I didn't notice. It wasn't, the only thing I noticed when you stop, sometimes, at the traffic lights or something, you can hear like a, like the cable, the handbrake cable making like a noise, like a creaking noise. And that's the only thing. It wasn't warming up or anything. So what's happened, warming pads, mostly on that side, but on both sides actually. So if I now I said that, I'm thinking back, that was on a go then. Because you shouldn't wear the pads on this side that much. So yeah, the pads on that side, they were gone. They were down to metal, because I went somewhere and it started squeaking and everything. So what's happened is damaged my disc as well. So you see, it damaged the disc. I couldn't say anything. They were still in warranty, but I had to just buy the bullet and get new disc and new pads and everything, and it cost me over £400. I'm not saying the guys were really nice at the garage and they'd done a good job, but it was a cost I didn't want to do after 1 year after I changed the pads, because in the front I had them for 2 years and still going well. So you see, I didn't want to do that, but yeah. But it was obviously the piston, so it wasn't anybody's fault, and I had to change them. So I didn't want to happen on this side. I still got, I don't know if you can see, the pads are still, doesn't matter that much really. I still got plenty pads in there, so I put the old pads back in. And that's another thing. If you don't put the old pads back in, you got to change the pads on the other side, and you will need a tool to wind the pistons back. I wouldn't try anything else, because it's like here, if you kink that and you get water in, which is in your case, you can get quite a bit of water in, then you had it. So anyway, that's what happened. It's a shame, because it was so well that it didn't come out nicely. It come out actually, and it's still in good condition in there, where it was all dirty. Unfortunately, I cleaned it yesterday, because I said I want to. I don't know if you can see there, just there. It's all like there. See, but you can see how corroded inside is. So yeah, that's my journey with my car. Now it seems to work, so I think it needs a bit on this one too. But you can't, there's no drag in there. I might need to adjust the handbrake a bit more, but I'll be aware at the moment until they wear a bit, the pads. But yeah, it doesn't warm up. Well, it warms up a bit, but I think it's understandable, because you're using new piston, and the brakes a bit, I don't know what you say, a bit, you have to be a bit careful with the brakes at the moment. So yeah, so and you have to make sure there's no leakage on your pipes and stuff. I don't know if you can see the glass in there. You see the pipe, that one pipe there. So make sure it's not leaking. So you can see it there. So that's a pipe that goes from the piston to. You have to make sure that's why I jacked the car up, because I want to check. So yeah, I'll have to leave you now, because it started raining and I want to put this down and leave it for now. Hopefully it'll be alright for another year. Right, thanks for watching, bye bye.